Jennifer Santos,
Year?
second year, sophomore.
College?
College 9,
Major?
sociology and politics.
What steps would you take to improve the relationships between SUA and student organizations?
So there are various things I want to start on with trying to connect the students with SUA, specifically with the various student organizations I've been a part of, like ethnically and also student organizing and activism. First and foremost is I want to implement a reciprocation program, which initiates an outreach for the student orgs, having SUA folks reach out to the student orgs and communicating and networking with them personally and also professionally in terms of what are the needs that these students in the student organizations needs. For example, if they need support financially, also publicizing things. I would like to implement that committee under the Student Life Office because I think that's something that we really need, especially in today's political climate, having that connection together, but also being able to discuss the issues that we have on campus, whether it be about mental health, lack of housing like off campus, and especially with the ethnic organizations. I feel like there's not really like a gap, and I want to bridge that gap between the student organizations and SUA. And so with that, I just plan on connecting through having a committee made under Student Life, because if it weren't for the student orgs, then there would be no student life here on campus. So definitely just being able to connect and having the willingness that SUA could reach out a hand to the students, because I feel like throughout the past few years I've been here at UCSC, I have not really seen that, and I would like to definitely show that if elected for this position.
What types of events would you prioritize if elected, and why?
So there's different plans that I do want to prioritize. However, one thing that I really would like to plan is to have this big kickoff event at week 0, which is like the very first time that first year students come to this campus, and having this big event where student musicians, artists, and even athletes come together into like a huge stage, and it's like this kickoff event where they can show off what kind of skills and what kind of talents that students have on campus, so that the transfers and the first year students can see what UCSC is all about, and having that really big. And then also another program that I really want to emphasize is having like a mental health program that would allow students to also learn about the importance of understanding what mental health is, because I know a lot of students may not know how to go about it because we all come from different backgrounds, but also just making sure that that's being advocated and that's being addressed is important. So having a program for that. And also another program that I would like to see is having all the ethnic organizations come together on campus and having one big event together. I do know that we have MCF, which is coming up soon actually, and I think having like that established throughout the whole year, just the ethnic orgs coming together, because that brings liveliness of student life here, and having various events through that, but one kickoff event for that would be super awesome, and I would like to see that here at UCSC, because we promote diversity, but I also want to bring that into student life here on campus.
And last question, how do you plan to improve student life on campus?
I plan to improve student life here on campus by making sure the different established programs and events and organizations that we have the necessities and support that they do need. I feel like there's been a lack of like transparency and a lack of support with students from the assembly. Like for example, I've been highly involved with ethnic orgs and other student orgs in my college, and also with engaging education, but there is that huge gap between the SUA and the students, and I think what I'm planning to do is really trying to connect that, and under my office I would definitely have different committees working with students, and I also have a plan with continuing the food pantry that has been established, or that's being established right now, and using our local resources here in Santa Cruz, and allocating funds efficiently, like I mentioned before, that I do not need that increase in my wage. And I think with that being said, overall I would like to just support all the activism that's being put out here on campus, especially with today's political and social climate. I think that's really important to put the student orgs first. But overall, I believe that I would work with the students together to unify us, because we are all in each different colleges. But I think just uniting us together into one and making it livelier through supporting the different orgs would be something that I'm really, really strong in advocating for.